Good morning, everyone, and welcome, welcome. We send you a beautiful, warm-hearted welcome to our Monday morning miracle call, which we meet every Monday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific, and we have about a half an hour to share our stories and our love of these amazing light therapy patches. My name's Michelle Niels, and I'm your host today. I'm from Fort Collins, Colorado, and this is our chance to share our testimonials because there are many, many people that need to hear our story. They need to know about these patches. And the longer I'm in, the more I feel just this compulsion. And I'm sure you do too. So if you're brand new and you've never been on one of these calls, please raise your hand. We'd love to welcome you. If you have a story, or even if you don't, just tell us your name, and we'd love to give you a Live Younger community welcome. And Live Younger is the name of our team. With Robin and Gregory Mascari as our team leaders, our SPDs up in Bozeman, Montana. So how these calls, there's Gregory, how these calls work if you're new is we spend the first there's Robin, hello. We spend about the first 15 minutes speaking about just the X39, because after all, that's the star of the show. That's the patch that everyone starts with and everyone stays with for life. I'm a lifer. I don't know about you guys. I think you are too. So the X39 is the first 15 minutes, and then we can open for other patches. And keep your share compliant and brief. Compliant meaning do not name any diseases. Our products do not claim to heal or treat or diagnose any disease or disease condition. So let's stay with symptoms. Tell us how you felt before, which patch you used, and then how you felt after. And yeah, let's keep our shares to about a minute. And in the beginning, if you're one of the first ones to raise your hand, you can maybe share longer, because usually people are a little slow at the beginning, and then it gets going at the end, and there's a lot of hands. So please be bold and be brave and be brief. Let's get your hands up. And at the bottom of your screen, there should be, if you're on a computer, I'm not sure about phones, but there's a raise hand button. We already have some popping up. Yay. So raise your hand and I will call on you, and please keep your hand up while you share. Don't take your hand down until you're done. All right, thank you. And we're going to start with John. Good morning, John from California.
Good
Hi.
morning. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to just give my ongoing story of my X39. Probably, I don't know, around 17 months now into it. And I played in a golf tournament this past weekend. And it was the last day, it was a 3-day tournament. And the last day was just pouring down rain. It was tough. It was very difficult. But, and when I got in from that, I had so much energy that I usually hadn't had before. I wasn't swinging that good, but my energy level was really good. And what happened too, a few days before that, is my dog was scratching my skin. Being 74 years old, it's not as thick as it used to be, and it created some real big markings, blood markings, I guess, because my skin is a little thinner. And I noticed I put it X39 on every day, as I usually do. I use the Eon too, and I put it right there. And within 3 days, basically, it like almost disappeared. And usually they're around for a couple of weeks. So just it's all cumulative. And what's amazing about these patches are that they just get better every day. I mean, it's amazing. So I just want to just say that real quick. I've got ongoing.
Beautiful. I know you have a lot of stories, and I love when you share, John, and thank you. And I get some of those little spots. So did you put the X39 directly on the scratch?
Actually, I always put the X39 on the back of my neck, and what I did was I put the Eon right on the top of this.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Very good.
experiment all the time. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, John.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
All right, we have Gary, and then Jackie, and then Dushenka. Gary, go ahead and unmute.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful Monday. And we're allowed to say a procedure we've had after the fact, right? A surgery?
A procedure? Yeah, you can share a procedure.
So a friend of mine used to say, life is fraught with interest. I went in and had an emergency appendectomy this week, and I had gangrene. So it's a good thing I went in.
Oh
And
my.
God for these patches because it made the whole thing amazing. And the medical field, I have to say, has really progressed a lot in their care of the client, and it was impressive and amazing. So when I came to, the anesthesia lady said, "Whoa." And I got started. I said, "Well, what did I do? What happened?" She goes, "I have never seen anybody recover this fast ever. I've done this for years." So I was like, I said stem cell patches. I was telling everybody. So
Aw.
then I have not had one pain med. And of course I'm slow, and the daily stuff is settling in now of, the uncomfortability and managing it daily. But overall, I'm just so thankful. And I've 2 sets of ice waves, and I've never been able to mess with ice waves before. And it's just amazing how I had a lot of pain last night in the wee hours, and I put a new set on, and it took the majority of it away. I'd much rather have this feeling than the groggy, nasty feeling of the medication. So
Yes.
and I got to tell so many people, my elders in my congregation, because they were in care mode, heard really some people that had been resistant because they were in care mode and their heart was open. I got to tell like 20 people and share videos and the whole 9 yards. So
Oh,
let's see what happens.
beautiful, Gary. Yeah, keep us posted. When was your surgery again? What day?
I went in Wednesday. They kept me
Wednesday.
over. I had it Thursday and got out Friday.
Wow.
So, and I
You're
I walked
you're
with my
rocking.
dogs that night, and
Rocking. Yay. All
so
right, Gary.
what,
Thank you. Wonderful
thank,
share.
thank you. And I was brief. I'm learning.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. All right. Jackie, and then do Shenka.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm calling in from Brantford, Ontario, Canada. Yeah, I wanted to share, we can't talk about the disease, right? So I got introduced to these patches, and I was on this call a long time ago, but I'm newly back. Anyway, I use these patches for my mom, who at the time was just very vacant and was not engaging, not eating, and that's how she was. And then when I found the patches, when she started using the patches, it was like literally someone turned on a light bulb switch. She was engaging, she was eating, she was like, "It's a beautiful day. Why don't we go eat outside?" And I'm like, "Well, you're right, Mom." So profound difference with my mom. My mom's no longer with us, and it's okay. But I have continued to use the patches myself, the X39, and now just started using the X49. Incredible, but just, I have more focus. I have focus. I have energy. My mood is better. Yeah, they're absolutely fantastic. So I'm so grateful that someone shared this information with me, so that the last, few years with my mom was absolutely a miracle and was beautiful. So I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful too. Thank you, Jackie. Beautiful share. All right. Dushenka.
Good morning. So as other people are sharing, I want to share, oh yeah, my friend Steve and Nancy and my aunt and my mom. There's just so many. And I'm going to stick with what I intended to share, was that before using LifeWave, I couldn't walk the 10 steps from my bed to the bathroom without excruciating agony. Not 10 feet, 10 steps. It was literally 10 steps, and it took me half an hour. And then my friend called me and told me about LifeWave, and I put them on. And the next day I was walking all around asking myself, are these working? Are these doing anything? I can't tell if it makes a difference. Am I wasting my money on this? And like 3 weeks in, I didn't use them. And halfway through the day, all the pain came flooding back in my knees. And that's when I said, oh my goodness, these work so well. They not only took away the pain in my knees, they took away the memory that I had been in pain just the day before. So, when some of my friends say, hey, I don't think it's doing anything, I said, listen, you're talking to someone who wasn't able to walk. And then I was walking all around and still thinking that it wasn't doing anything. because sometimes as humans, we just can't remember what it was like before, how bad it was. And since then, there's been 2 times that I said, hey, I've been on the patches like 9 months. Do I still need them? And then I fell, and I wasn't wearing the patches when I fell. And I put them on as soon as I got home. 12 hours later, no swelling. I was able to stand on the injured leg. I had full range of motion. And then just a few months ago, again, I said, it's been a year and a half. Like, should I still keep doing this LifeWave thing? And I fell again. And that time I was wearing the patches when I slid down a hill and bruised my knee. And within 6 hours, there was no swelling. And it just was really amazing. And one of my friends said, Janka, you don't need to keep asking yourself if they're working. They're working. Just keep wearing them and go on with your life. You don't have to keep proving how good they are. I said, maybe that's some good advice.
No, you know what? And I don't know if you guys saw me. I blipped out for a minute. My internet went out, but I'm back. So I missed a little section of that, but I'm getting the gist. And I think that share was beautiful, Dushenka, because I think a lot of us go through that. It's like, is it really? And then, as Robin has said, don't do something crazy to prove to yourself that the patch works, or don't have an accident, but not that you obviously purposely had those situations, but
I think I did, like, on a subconscious level.
Subconsciously,
wear the wrong shoes when I'm climbing on the slippery hill, and the shoe breaks. Whoops.
Oh my gosh.
Go sliding down the hill, and anyway.
Absolutely. Thank you. I really appreciate that share this morning, Dushenka. Yeah, I'm sure that helped a lot of people. All right. So Adele, and then Jonathan. Adele, so good to see you. Where are you now, dear?
I'm in. I've got my hand up too.
Oh, Robin, when I lost my internet, you were first. Do you want to go first before Adele? Why don't you go, Robin? Because I think you were first.
Okay. Well, I was in Houston for the boot camp, and we had an opportunity meeting. I had a guest come, and I didn't realize that she had a neck problem the whole time. And she came back to my room, and we're visiting, and she was like, "Didn't you notice I was?" And I didn't. And I put an X39 on her, and she was like, "Oh my God, it can work that fast." I didn't think it could work that fast for me, like other people.
Oh,
Right. It was a great meeting, and it was an amazing event. You'll hear about it tonight. And I had another quick story, but it's another patch, so I'll wait.
Okay, thanks, Robin. Yeah,
All
we
right.
have another couple of minutes on X39. Go ahead, Adele. And where are you calling from? I missed that, hon. And you're still muted.
I'm in France, the
You're
south
in
of
France. Oh.
on my way to Bosnia. So I'm very happy. Staying at a friend's house, or some friend's house, but near the beach. Very blessed. I have so many stories, and I'll just tell one that I've told before because a lot of people on this call probably haven't heard it. My mom turned 100 last September, and she was in a memory care unit. And for 3 years, she had no idea who I was, or my sister, or my brother. And in a year and a half, almost 2 years ago in June, we started putting X39 on the back of her neck. And she started to remember us and remember other things. And we had a big party for her last year on her 100th. And she'd been on the patches just over a year at that point. And she remembered my son. It was amazing. She knew who we all were. And then I did a surprise visit a few months after that, month and a half after. Nobody knew I was coming. And I woke her up, and I said, "Mom, hi." And she took her a minute, and she's 100 years old. So it's understandable. And she looked up and said, "Adele, I didn't know you were coming." This is a woman who for 3 years, I had to tell her I wasn't her sister. I wasn't her cousin. I wasn't the maid. And it was so heartwarming. So just X9 on her neck. And she had an eye condition that went away very quickly as well. I won't say what it was.
Oh, Adele, thank you. Oh, beautiful. I love hearing about your mama. All right, Jonathan, then Sunshower, and then Kira.
Oh my, these are wonderful stories.
Yeah.
So Rovell, I won't tell my old story. So a good friend of mine that's involved in it, that she's in my downline. Her husband is a great supporter for her. He does anything. If that's what you think, let's do this. So finally, he decided to use it for himself. He had problems with his knees, and he's in his early 80s. He said he's had this problem with his knee for years and years and years. They have been using the X39 stem cell patch, I want to say approximately a little over 3, maybe 4 months. He said his knee feels amazing, amazing. So I'm going to tell someone else's story. And guess what? Adele, I think you're working for the British Secret Service because you're everywhere. And I don't think that's your real voice. I think you have a British voice.
Adele is our world traveler. For those of you who don't know, this woman is amazing.
And I should say that I don't have a home anywhere. So it's not like I have a house. I'm always traveling because I don't own a house anymore. So
She
just
doesn't own a house. She's
For
a
a
minimalist.
cause.
She travels
The
life, but
world is
man,
your
could that
home.
woman experience life. All right. Thank you, Jonathan. I love your smile, by the way. I love when you come on and share. Have a beautiful day. All right, Sunshower, and then Kira.
Good morning, everybody. What a great call. What a way to wake up on a Monday morning instead of going off to work and,
Oh my gosh.
another long week. This is the way to do it, you guys. And
is the way to do it.
sharing these patches is a way to make a living, just in case you didn't know. Anyway, I have a few stories for the new folks. This is a good one. The consistency that was mentioned earlier. Yeah, 2 years into wearing the X39, the olfactory sense that I never had came into being. So now I can smell stuff, good or bad. I can smell. And just another quickie, nothing's been mentioned too much about pets, but I'll say my 13-year-old cat seems to be getting younger and younger. She's acting like a kitten. And then my lymph node story, I had a lymph node right in this area that was all swollen and it hurt and I couldn't chew or talk really good. It hurt. 20 minutes into it, X39, poof, as if it would never had happened. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you, Sunshower. Love your beautiful smile too, dear. All right, Kira, and then David. Go ahead, Kira.
10 minutes? I can't make that. That's the last
you're
minute
muted.
notice. We'll
You're
just go
muted.
when we can.
Oh,
You're
Carl's
talking with
talking.
his
Somebody's
microphone. There we
somebody's
go.
chatting.
Okay, Kira, go ahead, Kira.
Okay, thank you. I attended the boot camp also, and it was awesome. There was just so much to gain from that. And I stayed up way too late and had to get up way too early for my flight. So in addition to the X39, I added X49 and Energy Enhancer because my flight left Houston at just before 7 in the morning. And I knew it was going to take about 30 minutes, 40 minutes to get to the airport. And I become a nervous wreck when I'm thinking I'm going to miss a flight. So I was using the X39, the 49, and the Energy Enhancer, and it helped me have the presence of mind as well as the lack of the usual, oh my God, I'm going to be late mindset. So it helped calm me down as well as give me the energy on top of only like 2 hours of sleep to do what I needed to do to get to the airport. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the flight took off and we were still in climbing mode in the flight when I saw the lightning strike. Not the plane, it was a lateral lightning strike. I just happened to be on the side of the airplane that got the view of it. So it was an interesting opportunity to use the Energy Enhancer. So and the 49 and the 39.
Beautiful. Yes, we cannot underestimate that clarity, that sense of well-being, that sense of calm. How many times have we heard those stories? You know, the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, the spiritual body. Amen. Yay, Kira.
Amen.
Thank you. All right, we have now, Robin, you had your hand up and then it went down. I don't know if you wanted to speak, but I'm not seeing your hand.
I have another story, but it was not X39.
Okay, we can open to other patches now. So go ahead if you would like, Robin, and then we'll go to the others.
Okay. Well, I had a long travel day yesterday. It was about 15 hours. And Gregory said, well, take the rolling backpack. And I didn't listen. And my shoulders were hurting something fierce. So I had plenty of time at the airport. So I went and got a massage and I put the Eon patch on before the massage. I usually wear it at night. And the massage therapist felt it immediately. I mean, it takes a few minutes for it to kick in, but she really felt it. And she became very interested in learning more. But it made a huge difference. I had an amazing massage at the airport in Denver. And I feel
Oh my
way
gosh,
better.
Robin. Now, is this a chair massage?
Yes.
Okay. Because
She was-
yeah, I've
she
been to
was
DIA.
brilliant.
I've never seen that at DIA.
It's upstairs.
Okay.
You have to go
Cool.
upstairs. Yeah. Yeah. It was amazing. So I was so grateful. I'm going to listen to Gregory next time.
Rolling backpacks. Absolutely.
Yes. I
Thanks,
shouldn't be
Robin.
carrying things on my shoulders anyway.
No, no, honey, you're
But
still a little.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
No,
Okay.
we can see that. Thank you.
If you're a massage therapist or you get massages, put an Eon patch on before your treatment and your body will relax to receive even more.
Thanks, Robin.
Yep.
Noted. All right. We have David. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of hands. We're going to end with Patricia. We've got 5 hands up. So let's be brief, guys. Let's try and keep it to a minute. David, hi, welcome.
Hi, thanks. So I've been using a plethora of patches, but this is particular with the Ice Wave. So I'm also a massage therapist, and I've been having problems with my wrist lately. And it was funny, the other day, I even got cupping on my wrist. It didn't actually, I think it made it worse. And then I came home and I put on the Ice Wave, and within a couple hours, the pain was gone. So, I mean, and I've gotten many massages for my wrist, but the Ice Wave, so I had Ice Wave before, I was giving out as samples, but then I traded for the Aeon with a friend. And I said, you know what, let me just buy one and kind of keep it and see what happens. So that's what happened.
I do massage therapy too, David, and our hands are our life. And you know, like Connie Lucas, who still does hair, it's a great way to, you know, prospect people. I mean, we put the patches on them in our office, and we can share this beautiful technology with our clients. So thanks, David. That was a great share. Michelle, and then Carl, and then Diane, and then we'll end with Patricia.
I have a story about lifelong story. It started when I was a child. I used to be so low. My red blood count was always so low. And when I would stand up, I'd kind of see black. I'd feel like I was going to faint from the time I was a kid. And then when I was in my 20s, of course, I started getting lab work done. And my red blood count has always been way low, dangerously low. You should be in the hospital low, all those kinds of things. Well, last week, I went for my lab work, and I had a new doctor, and he was telling me everything's fine. Your heart's fine. Your lungs fine. Everything is fine that he checked, and liver's good. Kidneys are good. Everything. And I said, well, what about my blood count? He said, it's fine. I said, but it's always been low. And he said, well, it's not now. Not anymore. And I'm
kind of matter of fact, you know.
Yeah, just like no big deal. Well, it's been a big deal my whole entire life. I haven't known him very long, but I'm 76. And so I use all the patches, and the consistency is such a big deal because I've had so many things change, some small, some large, but this was a big one for me. And I was really surprised to have that happen. Then I thought, well, I am feeling better. I do have more energy. I'm not as tired as I used to be. I only take a nap occasionally, and I hadn't even been thinking about those things. So keep using the patches.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Michelle. I don't know about others, but when I hear certain stories, I think of people that I've shared with in the past that maybe said no. And as Robin and Gregory say, maybe it's not now. And that story just reminded me of someone who has a blood condition. I'm going to share this video, this replay with. So take notes, or, think of people and write their names down and share, you guys. We have such a beautiful, beautiful gift to share with the world. Thanks, Michelle.
You're welcome.
All right, Carl, and then Diane, and then Patricia. We'll end with you.
Good morning to everybody. Great hosting, Michelle. Love to see you there.
Hi, Carl.
My testimony is for two people out there. Those that wonder if the patches work, because as Dr. Barbara says, normal is not noticeable. Last week, I completed my CDL, commercial driver's license. When you cross the 60-yard line in life, you go every year for a test. So from last year to this year, the doctor was taking my blood pressure, and blood pressure is a no-go zone. If you have high blood pressure, you cannot drive a commercial vehicle anywhere, Canada or the US. He went, oh, wow. Now, that can go either way. When he said, oh, wow, as he's taking my blood pressure, I says, oh, wow, how? He says, you have fantastic blood pressure. You got blood pressure of a young man. I said, well, that's good news. And in the visual test, which is part of it, my eyesight improved to a full 20/20. So for those people that may be on the patch who hear this and wonder if it's working, trust it. It works. And for anyone who knows a semi-driver, send this out. Getting their blood pressure under control is huge, and eyesight. So I just want to share that out. Two good things for me. Bless you all.
Carl, remind me how many years you've been on patch.
I have been on the patch for 3 years, but of course in Canada we were restricted for a whole year, and that didn't help the matter. And I confess that I'm somewhat inconsistent, but the only thing I have been doing is the patches, so I can put the full testimony on the patch because I do nothing else. And this is amazing for our truck drivers out there, of which I am. You want to get your blood pressure down, talk to somebody with LifeWave X39. And if you want your vision to improve, which I know other people whose blood pressure have also improved, this is the way to go, all natural. Blessings to all of you.
Thank you. Woohoo! Thank you. Beautiful, Carl. All right. Diane, and then Patricia.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My friend David followed my advice and has been on the performance bundle about 3 or 4 months, but he told me that his golf game has improved dramatically already, and he has a pool table at home, and even his pool game has improved, as well as his mental clarity.
Beautiful. Thank you, Diane. You guys know any pool sharks? Send this to him. Okay, Patricia. Uh-oh. You're muted again, Patricia.
I know this crazy technology phones. Anyway,
Okay, go ahead.
I've been doing some knee therapy. And I noticed one day that this huge vein on the side of my knee had popped up. And I thought, what? Where does it come from? Why is it doing this? But I've also had a couple of ablations. And so I thought, well, started putting Eon on it at night. And I started at the very top of where it was the most sore. And it's gone. I mean, at least that portion of it's gone. I can't stick a patch inside my skin, but I can always stick it the closest, I should say place, not stick. But anyway, I'm terribly excited that that is a physical manifestation that you can tell.
You can see. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm still working on the knees. So I think that that's one of the things that is keeping, the energy flow from getting like I'd like for it to be. But I'm 78 and things were supposed to be going wrong. And I said, they've been going wrong since I was born, so.
Well, now they're going right, Patricia. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. That was wonderful. Thank you, everyone who shared, because these calls would not be if you guys didn't share your stories. And I know we have 120 some people on today and beautiful shares. I really appreciate all of you and the smiles. And yeah, I'm going to pass it over to Gregory and Robin to share what's going to be happening this evening.
Great.
Oh, beautiful job, Michelle, as always. And thank you, everyone. What a great way to start the day, hearing these amazing stories. And the intention of the stories is for you to share with other people. So go forth and multiply. So tonight, what do you want to share?
Well, tonight, I think we're going to hear from some of the attendees that were at the boot camp in Houston. Not too many war stories on their trip there and trip back, because
we'll skip
on
those.
the way there, Houston got hit with a hellacious rainstorm, and the airport was actually closed for 2 hours. Anybody flying into Houston was delayed, and it reverberated out to anybody that was going home via plane got delays. So it was quite, Robin spent 15 hours in airports and airplanes yesterday, but she did get home. So, but we're going to hear some success tips. There was, Robin was filling me in, and I'm excited to hear more. I know that there is, great teaching, great training shared. Then we're going to talk about a little change we have in our weekly, we call it a call schedule, but it's a Zoom schedule. It's a webinar schedule. We don't do calls hardly at all anymore, but we're going to make a change. And Tuesday night has been kind of a doctor, Q&A call, but we have this call every Monday, and every Sunday night we have, the X39 story call and, Doc Talk with Connie hosting. So we made a decision, discussing it with all of our directors on our director call last Wednesday, that starting tomorrow night, the Tuesday call is going to be a LifeWave Power of the Patch showcase. Okay, I'm going to initially be hosting it with a totally revised PowerPoint presentation, and it's going to be designed so you can invite business and product guests to learn all about LifeWave. And so it's going to be, we don't want to call it an opportunity call, but it is going to be an opportunity for people to learn about the products, learn about David, learn about LifeWave, learn about phototherapy, and make a decision if they want to join us, take advantage of our risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee, and join us as either a customer or brand partner. So I really invite you all to turn up your invitational activities. And by the way, this call is a perfect call for guests. So as is the Sunday night, guests, brand partners, customers, everybody comes and everybody goes away going, wow. So that's kind of what's in store for us tonight.
And the Doc Talk last night, there was over 400 people. And it was a brilliant call. I was listening while I was in the airport. It was amazing. So these two calls to bring on people to develop credibility and belief in the product and meet the team, meet the community. See, these are my peeps, which, people are looking for community. Sometimes we don't talk enough about that. And at the boot camp, people were blown away with the amount of, there was no ego in the room. And there were several hundred people there. It was amazing. And the leaders did an incredible job doing trainings, one after another after another. It was a fabulous event. It was the first boot camp, the first of many. So tomorrow night, we have Sunshower hosting Dr. Henry.
No, we just.
Oh, that's right. Hello.
She wasn't listening.
I'm right here. I've been immersed in this. So we have to figure out.
Yeah,
we're going to, excuse me.
We're gonna have a little cameo with a doctor in tomorrow night's call.
Yes.
But it's not going to be a doctor call anymore.
Right.
It's
not an introduction to X39 the way we used to be with the doctor interviewed by one of our wonderful hosts. So we'll be speaking to all the hosts and all the doctors and getting everyone on the same page. And thank you all for being flexible. We want to help you build your business. And what inspired the change was on our director's call is really so many people are going for the incentive trip.
Right.
And so we want to really support you in every way we can. I hope you got the tracker and Gregory's, what are you calling that form?
The Punta Cana
Playbook.
game plan.
Game plan.
The Punta Cana
So
game
for
plan.
those of you that are, and even if you're not going for it, play anyway because your business will grow.
Right.
So that was the inspiration for making the change because we have 2 testimonial calls already, but we didn't have an opportunity call. So we wanted to make sure we helped you get points.
Uh-huh.
We want you to get points. How many people want to go? Yay. We want you there. We want to be out on the beaches with you. So that's
One more
what,
quick thing, Robin and Gregory, for especially for new people. Connie's Zoom, it's conniezoom.com on Sunday night, and that is not recorded. But this call, the Monday morning miracle call, is recorded. So you can always share this if you have people that you wish were on the call or they work at these hours or whatever, you can send them a replay. And you get the replay at liveyoungeryoutube.com.
yes. And that, thank you so much for that. And for those of you that weren't on the call last week, Facebook and Zoom, Facebook made some changes to make it really difficult to put this on Facebook Live. And so this is no longer, our Zooms are no longer on Facebook Live. So like Michelle said, you'll find them in liveyoungeryoutube.com and click on the playlist. Okay, so wonderful to be with all of you. I love this.
So wonderful to see a lot of you.
So
So should we unmute and say goodbye, Gregory?
That'd be great. Now's the time.
Michelle, you're the
Great
best.
call. Fabulous.
Michelle, you rock.
Great job, Michelle. Have a good
Thank you, Michelle.
9
Great,
day.
great time.
Thank you
Great
so much.
Bye.
All
On a good
right.
day, y'all.
Thank you, everybody.
Excellent.
Great
call.
Thank you, everyone. Great testimonies. Have a good day, everybody.
A beautiful
Bye.
day.
Good night too, Jonathan.
Monday.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
May.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Robin and Gregory, good idea about Tuesday. That's cool.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
thank
it'll
you.
be great for everyone.
Amazing.
Well, let's load it up.
You got it.
Bye, everyone.